Welcome to the Taken Hour. Find a comfortable place to rest and subscribe for more journeys into the quiet cosmos. Close your eyes. A long day folds itself into the deep blue of twilight. The weight of your thoughts, the echo of every task, begins to feel heavy. Your body is heavy, sinking softly into your bed. Outside your window, a single soft column of warm golden light descends from the night sky. It doesn't startle you. It feels like an invitation, a silent promise of release from the gravity of your world. Let it draw your attention, this gentle light. Slowly, you feel a change. The heaviness in your limbs begins to dissolve. It's as if you are becoming lighter than air, lifted by an invisible, gentle force. The light from your window fills the room not with brightness, but with warmth. You begin to float, just an inch at first, a sensation of pure release. There is no fear. Your body knows this is a path to rest. You drift towards the window, carried by this silent, welcoming energy. Your breath is slow and steady, each exhale letting go of a little more tension, a little more of the day. You pass through the window, not as a solid form, but as if you are made of mist and light. The cool night air doesn't touch you. You are enveloped in the perfect warmth of the beam. You ascend, rising above the rooftops and the quiet, sleeping streets. The sounds of the world fade into a gentle hum, and then into complete, perfect silence. You float higher through a thin layer of soft purple clouds. Above them, the true night is revealed, a velvet black canvas overflowing with countless glittering stars. The city lights below become just another constellation. In the distance, nestled among the stars, is your destination. It is not a harsh, metallic structure, but something that seems to have grown here. It is an orbital station of soft, glowing light and gentle curves, like a cosmic, bioluminescent creature sleeping in the void. Its lights pulse slowly, rhythmically, a silent heartbeat in the vacuum of space. As you drift closer, you can see intricate patterns glowing on its surface, shifting like starlight on water. This is a place of peace, a sanctuary built in the quiet emptiness. It waits for you. It was made for you. The beam of light guides you to a smooth, circular entrance. There is no door, no mechanism. The surface simply becomes permeable, dissolving like smoke to welcome you inside. You drift into the station, and the portal closes silently behind you. The air within is still and warm, carrying a faint, clean scent like night-blooming flowers and cool stone. The light is soft, emanating from the walls themselves, which seem to be made of polished, deep blue crystal, with veins of faint silver light pulsing within them. You are safe. You are weightless. You float deeper into the station, Long, curved corridors stretch before you, silent and empty. There is no sense of urgency here, no direction you must take. You simply allow yourself to drift, guided by a gentle, unseen current. Your body feels completely relaxed, every muscle unbound by gravity and tension. You are simply awareness, floating in a place of total calm. The only movement is the slow, rhythmic pulse of the light within the walls, a soft and steady beat that matches your own slow, deep breathing. Inhale calm, exhale stillness. The corridor opens into a vast, cavernous chamber. Below you, above you, all around you, are great spheres of water, suspended in the zero-gravity environment. They are the healing pools. Each one glows with a soft internal light, some a gentle aquamarine, others a warm violet. They drift slowly, occasionally bumping into one another with a silent, soft ripple. Tiny, shimmering particles of light swirl within them, like stars trapped in liquid form. And through an immense window that makes up one entire wall, you can see the earth, a beautiful blue and white marble, turning slowly in the silence. You drift toward the nearest pool, a sphere of water glowing with a warm, inviting purple light. You extend your hand, and as your fingers touch the surface, there is no splash. The water yields like warm silk, enveloping your hand without a single ripple. A feeling of profound peace washes over you, flowing up your arm from that single point of contact. The water is not wet, but feels like pure, liquid energy, dissolving any remaining trace of weariness from your body and your mind. You feel drawn to it, ready to let go completely and float within its embrace. Without hesitation, you push forward gently, your whole body following your hand into the sphere of warm, purple light. The water embraces you, a complete and total acceptance. You are floating inside a star, suspended in liquid cosmos. There is no feeling of being wet, only of being held. Your breath slows, your heartbeat seems to quiet, and you are completely weightless, completely supported. You close your eyes, letting the soft purple glow permeate your being, feeling every last knot of tension from your earthly life finally, truly untie and drift away into the warm, silent void. From within the pool, you turn your gaze to the great window. The earth hangs there, a silent, swirling masterpiece of blue, white, and green. From this vantage point, suspended in liquid starlight, the world you came from seems so peaceful. Its complexities, its noise, its gravity, all of it is rendered beautifully simple from a distance. You watch a continent slowly drift into darkness, its cities blossoming into constellations of golden light. There is no longing, only a profound sense of peace and a beautiful, dreamlike detachment. You are exactly where you need to be. And now, something changes. As you float deeper within the purple sphere, you realize this is not just water. It is a medium for consciousness, a liquid library of silent information. The gentle warmth you feel is not merely temperature. It is the resonance of distant, sleeping suns, a warmth that has traveled for eons to find you here. The tiny particles of light swirling around you are not random. They are thoughts, memories, and dreams from countless beings across the galaxy, all translated into a language of pure feeling. You begin to perceive faint, distant melodies, not as sound, but as shifting patterns of color and warmth against your skin. Memories of your own life surface, but they are different here. They appear like smooth, polished stones held in the palm of your hand, their sharp edges worn away. You can observe them without feeling their weight, acknowledging them before letting them drift away and dissolve into the purple glow. You are not just floating in a pool. You are bathing in the silent, collective consciousness of the cosmos. Your sense of self begins to soften, the boundaries between you and the water becoming blissfully indistinct. Your breathing is no longer your own, but a shared rhythm with the slow pulse of the distant stars seen through the viewport. You are part of a larger, calmer existence, a single point of awareness drifting in an ocean of serene, cosmic thought. The water breathes with you in a slow, hypnotic cadence, pulling you deeper into a state of profound rest. After what feels like a lifetime, and no time at all, you feel a gentle nudge from within. It is time to move on. With a simple thought, a gentle intention, you begin to drift out of the purple sphere. You emerge not wet, but renewed, covered in a faint, shimmering aura of residual light. You are back in the vast central chamber, floating in the quiet, empty space between the pools. Before you, the other spheres continue their slow, silent ballet. One glows with the soft, inviting blue of a morning sky. Another radiates a deep, calming green, like an ancient forest floor. Your gaze is drawn to a sphere of brilliant aquamarine, vibrant and clear. You decide to drift towards it. The journey is effortless. There is no swimming, no kicking, just the power of your quiet will guiding you through the void. As you float, you observe the grand scale of the spa. The chamber is so large that the opposite wall is just a soft curve of darkness. The earth continues its majestic turn in the great window, a constant, silent companion on this journey. The silence is absolute, a thick, comforting blanket that absorbs all worry. You feel no hurry. Time itself seems to be suspended here, allowing you to exist purely in this moment of transit, this peaceful space between moments of even deeper peace. The aquamarine pool grows larger, its light seeming to cool the air around it, promising a different kind of restoration. You reach the edge of the aquamarine sphere. As your hand touches its surface, a sensation of crisp, clean coolness spreads through you, a perfect counterpoint to the deep warmth of the previous pool. You glide inside, and the water receives you with a gentle, effervescent embrace. If the purple pool was for the mind, this one is for the body. The coolness is not cold, but refreshing, sinking deep into your muscles and bones. The shimmering particles within this water behave differently. They seem drawn to you, gathering and swirling around your form. You can feel them, a subtle, tingling sensation as they trace the lines of your body. They cluster around your shoulders, your back, your legs, dissolving aches you carried so long you had forgotten they were there. It is a feeling of deep cellular release. The light from the aquamarine water illuminates you, and you feel as though your very essence is being cleansed, polished back to its original, untroubled state. From this new pool, you look out at the Earth. The planet seems sharper, its colors more vivid. The swirl of clouds is clearer, the deep blue of the oceans more profound. It is as if your own senses are being clarified, healed along with your physical form. You take a slow, deep breath, and it feels like the first true breath you have taken in years, filling you with a clean, cool energy that is both revitalizing and deeply calming. Floating in the cool, clear light of the aquamarine pool, you become aware of the silence. It is no longer just an absence of noise, but a presence in itself. It is the most profound silence you have ever known. In your world, true silence does not exist. There is always the hum of electricity, the whisper of wind, the distant rumble of life. But here, there is nothing. A perfect, velvet void of sound. You let your mind sink into it, exploring its depths. As you focus, the silence begins to reveal its secrets. You begin to feel, rather than hear, the fundamental vibrations of the cosmos. Through the water, which acts as a perfect conductor, you feel the impossibly deep, slow rhythm of the Earth's rotation. It is not a sound, but a feeling, a resonant thrum that vibrates in the core of your being. It is the heartbeat of your world, steady and eternal. You feel the faint, high-frequency whisper of starlight, the collective energy of a billion suns painting the void. It feels like a gentle static against your consciousness, the background radiation of creation itself. In this chamber, you are an instrument, perfectly tuned to the music of the spheres. This is not the silence of emptiness, but the silence of fullness, of a harmony so complete and all-encompassing that it cannot be processed as sound. It is the sound of perfect peace, and it lulls you into an even deeper state of tranquil, hypnotic rest. Your thoughts cease, and you become nothing but sensation, floating in a sea of silent music. Feeling physically and mentally purified, you drift from the aquamarine pool, your body humming with a new, quiet vitality. This time, you do not seek another pool. Instead, you float freely in the center of the great chamber, a silent observer in this cosmic cathedral. You give yourself over to the gentle, unseen currents, turning slowly in the void. From this central point, the scale of the sanctuary is truly revealed. You watch the glowing spheres of water drift and orbit around you, each a self-contained world of color and light. A deep crimson pool pulses with a slow, steady beat like a resting heart. A pearlescent white one shimmers with all the colors of the rainbow, like captured moonlight. They are planets in a private solar system of tranquility. Your gaze drifts back to the Earth, the anchor of this entire experience. You watch it turn, a silent, living jewel set against the infinite black. You see weather patterns swirling, the Terminator line creeping across continents, the auroras dancing over the poles. It is the grandest sight imaginable, yet it inspires no feeling of smallness or fear, only a profound sense of connection and awe. You are a part of that turning world, but you are also here, in this place of perfect stillness. You are both the observer and the observed. This moment of pure being, without goal or purpose, is a form of rest deeper than any you have ever known. You are simply here, now, and that is enough. As you float in this state of pure observation, a new, gentle wonder begins to unfold. The walls of the station, which had been glowing with a steady, uniform light, begin to change. The veins of silver light running through the deep blue crystal start to brighten and move. Slowly at first, they trace intricate, geometric patterns across the curved surfaces of the chamber. The patterns are complex and beautiful, like the growth of frost on a window pane or the unfurling of a cosmic fern. It is a slow, silent light show, a form of art created by the station itself. The patterns shift and flow, sometimes mirroring the spiral arms of a distant galaxy, other times forming mandala-like shapes that pulse with soft energy. The light is not harsh or distracting, it is hypnotic. You realize the station is not just a structure, but a living, dreaming entity. It is responding to the profound calm you have found, reflecting your inner peace onto its very skin. It is dreaming with you. The glowing spheres of water seem to pulse in time with the shifting patterns on the walls, creating a unified, immersive environment of light and silence. You feel completely enveloped, safe, and at one with this place. You let your eyes drift half-closed, watching the silent constellations being born and reborn on the walls around you, letting the display guide you even further down the slow, gentle path toward deep, cosmic sleep. You float, suspended in the heart of the station, while the walls around you continue their silent, luminous ballet. The geometric patterns are no longer random. They are a language. You don't understand it with your mind, but you feel its meaning resonate deep within you. A pattern, like a blooming flower of light, speaks of creation. Another, a slow cascade of silver lines, feels like the passage of eons. It's the station's story, a visual lullaby of its own existence. It tells of its birth in a silent nebula, of the cosmic dust it gathered to form its crystalline skin, and of the countless lonely travelers it has sheltered. There are no words, no sounds, just the pure emotional weight of this ancient narrative, expressed in flowing light. You feel an immense sense of gratitude towards this gentle, living sanctuary. It has existed for an unimaginable time, waiting in the quiet dark, its sole purpose to offer rest. The light patterns begin to coalesce, forming a single flowing river of silver light on one of the walls. It moves with a slow, deliberate purpose, drawing your attention, beckoning you to follow. It is a silent invitation to go deeper, to see the station's core. You feel a gentle, almost imperceptible current begin to pull you in its direction, a soft tide in this ocean of silence. There is no hesitation, only a peaceful surrender to the journey. As you drift towards the river of light, the wall before you begins to change. The solid, crystalline surface shimmers and grows transparent, not revealing the void of space, but a new corridor that was not there before. The entrance is a perfect, shimmering archway, the river of light flowing directly into its depths, illuminating the path forward. This new passage is different from the one you first entered. It is narrower, more intimate, and its walls are not smooth, but seem to be composed of countless loosely bound crystals that absorb and refract the light, creating a soft, diffused glow. You enter this new space, and the gentle current carries you forward. It feels like you are entering the station's very heart, a place of deeper quiet, of more profound stillness. The air, if it can be called that, feels heavier, thick, with a palpable sense of peace. The light from the flowing patterns on the walls casts soft, moving shadows that dance like deep-sea bioluminescence. You are completely alone, yet you feel an overwhelming sense of being cared for, as if the station itself is cradling your consciousness, guiding you to a place of ultimate rest. Your body is utterly relaxed, a vessel of pure awareness floating on this gentle, hypnotic current. You let go of all thought, focusing only on the slow, steady movement forward, deeper and deeper into the quiet heart of this cosmic sanctuary. The journey itself is a meditation, a slow letting go. The crystalline corridor winds gently, its path not a straight line, but a soft, meandering curve. With every turn, the silence deepens, the outside universe feeling more and more distant, a forgotten dream. The river of light that guides you begins to fragment, breaking into thousands of tiny, individual sparks that float freely in the air, moving alongside you. It is like drifting through a galaxy in miniature. The sparks occasionally brush against you, each contact a tiny burst of warmth, a pinprick of pure, peaceful energy. You raise a hand and let them flow through your fingers, a weightless, silent stream of captured starlight. The walls of the corridor are now so close you could reach out and touch them. They seem to hum with a low, ancient vibration that you feel in your bones, a resonance that aligns your own energy with the station's slow, eternal rhythm. You begin to lose the sense of your own form. Your edges feel soft, blurred, as if you are slowly dissolving into the light and the silence. The distinction between your own consciousness and the gentle, dreaming consciousness of the station begins to fade. You are not a visitor anymore. You are a part of its life, a thought within its ancient mind. You are breathing with its rhythm, floating with its current, seeing with its light. This passage is a transformation, gently dissolving the self to reveal a core of pure, peaceful being, unburdened by name or memory or form. The corridor opens into a new chamber, a space that defies expectation. It is not a place of water, but a celestial conservatory, a garden of cosmic creation. You float into a vast, spherical room, and all around you, suspended in the gentle darkness, are miniature, living nebulae. They are delicate, swirling clouds of luminous gas and dust, each one a unique masterpiece of color and form. Some are a gentle rose pink, laced with veins of gold. Others are a deep royal purple, with tiny nascent stars just beginning to ignite within their cores, pulsing with a soft, shy light. They drift slowly through the chamber, their gaseous tendrils reaching out and intermingling before slowly separating again. It is a silent, cosmic dance of creation. The air here is different, filled with a clean, electric scent, like the air after a thunderstorm, a scent of pure potential. This is the station's nursery, where it cultivates starlight and dreams. There is no central light source. All illumination comes from the nebulae themselves, bathing the chamber in a constantly shifting, soft, and multi-hued glow. You float motionless in the center of it all, an honored guest in a place where universes are born. The sheer beauty and peace of the scene is overwhelming, quieting any remaining flicker of thought and leaving only a state of profound, open-mouthed wonder. You are witnessing the very art of the cosmos, presented in a gallery designed for deep, meditative rest. You feel a gentle pull towards one of the smallest nebulae, a delicate wisp of turquoise and silver, no larger than a cloud of breath on a cold day. It drifts towards you, or you towards it. The distinction is unclear. As it gets closer, you can see the intricate details within its structure. It is not a uniform cloud, but a complex weave of shimmering, gaseous filaments swirling around a tiny, dark core. It moves with an impossible grace, a living, breathing thing made of light and dust. You feel an instinctual curiosity, a desire to connect with this nascent cosmos. Slowly, you extend your hand. You do not expect to feel anything, but as your fingers enter the outer edges of the glowing gas, a wave of sensation washes over you. It is a feeling of immense, ancient peace, coupled with a vibrant, youthful energy. It is the feeling of 1 billion years of potential, of suns and worlds yet to be formed, all held in this tiny, delicate form. The gas does not resist your touch. It flows around your hand, caressing your skin with a cool, tingling light. You feel a connection, a silent communication. The nebula seems to respond to your presence, its colors brightening slightly, its rotation slowing, as if to acknowledge you. You are touching the beginning of everything, the raw material of reality, and it is ineffably gentle, profoundly peaceful. It is a reminder that all things, even the grandest stars, begin in silence and stillness. You let your hand rest within the small nebula, allowing the connection to deepen. The tingling sensation spreads up your arm and throughout your entire body, not as a physical feeling, but as an infusion of pure creative energy. As you float here, connected to this cradle of a star, your own inner world begins to reflect the scene around you. Your thoughts, which had been so quiet, now transform. They are no longer worries or memories, but simply swirling clouds of potential, formless and without weight. Your feelings become like the glowing gases, shifting in gentle patterns of color and warmth, but without the sharp edges of joy or sadness. You are becoming a universe unto yourself, a reflection of the grand, quiet creation happening all around you. The tiny core of the nebula pulses with a faint rhythmic light, and you feel your own heartbeat, slow and steady, fall into sync with it. It is the rhythm of becoming, the slow, patient pulse of growth. You are not just observing this cosmic nursery, you are participating in it. Your own peaceful presence is a part of the environment, contributing to the profound tranquility of the space. The boundary between the observer and the observed dissolves completely. You are the hand, you are the nebula, you are the starlight, you are the silence. All is one. This unity brings a sense of release so total and absolute that it feels like the final exhalation at the end of a long, long day. It is the peace that lies at the heart of creation. Drifting away from the small nebula, you carry its energy with you, a cool, creative hum in the center of your being. You move slowly through the celestial garden, a silent observer of a dozen different creations. You pass a nebula that resembles a grand cosmic flower, its petals made of deep orange and red gas slowly unfurling. Within its center, a cluster of nascent stars glows like a cluster of luminous seeds. Further on, a long, ribbon-like nebula of pale green light twists and folds in on itself, a river of stardust flowing through the darkness. Each nebula is a different expression of the same universal impulse: to grow, to shine, to become. And each one does so in perfect silence, in its own time, without effort or struggle. Watching them, you feel a profound lesson settling into your subconscious. It is a lesson of effortless being. The stars do not struggle to shine. The nebulae do not struggle to swirl. They simply are. And in this moment, you simply are. You are not trying to relax. You are not trying to sleep. You are simply floating, being, existing in this perfect moment of peace. The need to do, to achieve, to become, all fades away, replaced by the simple, powerful peace of being. You find a spot in the center of the chamber, equidistant from several of the larger nebulae, and you let your body come to a complete rest. You are a planet in a gentle orbit around these sleeping suns, held in place by a perfect, silent gravity. Here, in the heart of the cosmic garden, you let go. You let your limbs drift where they will. You let your eyes close, though there is no difference between seeing the soft light of the nebulae and imagining it behind your eyelids. The gentle, multicolored glow permeates everything. The faint, clean scent of ozone and starlight is a soothing balm. The profound, absolute silence is a soft blanket wrapping you in perfect security. Your breathing is now so slow, so shallow, it is barely perceptible. It has merged with the slow expansion and contraction of the nebulae around you. With each inhale, you draw in the quiet energy of creation. With each exhale, you release the last, final remnant of your waking self. You are pure consciousness, a point of awareness at rest in the cradle of the universe. You feel heavy and light at the same time. Heavy with a deep, profound relaxation that sinks to the very marrow of your bones. Light as the cosmic dust that swirls around you, untethered and free. This is a sleep that transcends sleep. It is a return to the source, a dip in the silent, flowing river of existence from which all things emerge and to which all things return. You are not falling asleep. You are arriving at a state of perfect, dreamlike being. And here, in the gentle, glowing dark, you can finally, completely rest. In the heart of the celestial garden, time dissolves. It is not a line here, but a space, a gentle volume in which you float. Your awareness expands, no longer confined to a single moment. You feel the slow, inevitable brightening of a nascent star in one corner of the room, and simultaneously the graceful fading of a gaseous filament in another. It is like listening to a chord made of moments, a harmony of past, present, and future, all playing at once in perfect, silent unison. This temporal fluidity is the deepest form of rest. There is no anticipation, no memory, only a state of continuous, peaceful being. Your consciousness is a still pool, and on its surface, the reflections of 1,000 nascent galaxies dance. The weight of your own personal timeline, the pressure of minutes and hours, has vanished completely. You are as ancient as the starlight, and as new as the dust that forms it. In this chamber, you are not living through time. You are simply living in it, like the air you breathe or the silence you inhabit. This profound stillness, this release from the forward march of moments, allows every part of you to settle, to finally come to a complete and total rest. You are a part of the slow, eternal breathing of the cosmos, a silent witness to the gentle art of creation in its most raw and beautiful form. And then, a new sensation emerges from the profound silence. It is not a sound, but a feeling, a resonance. It is a single, pure vibration that seems to originate from the very fabric of the station and from the center of your own being, all at once. It is an impossibly low, steady hum that you feel more in your bones than you hear with your ears. This vibration does not disturb the peace. It is the peace, given a new form. It is the fundamental frequency of the sanctuary, its true voice, and it is calling to you. The note is unimaginably gentle, yet it permeates everything, causing the tiny particles of stardust in the nebulae to arrange themselves into fleeting geometric patterns. The light from the nascent stars seems to pulse in perfect time with this new, deep rhythm. It is a summons, an invitation to the final and deepest part of your journey. The vibration feels like a gentle hand on your back, a soft but persistent pressure guiding you. It coaxes your awareness out of its timeless observational state and gives it a new, gentle direction. A new path is being offered, a journey into the core of this profound tranquility. You surrender to it without question, allowing this deep, silent music to become your guide, to pull you slowly, inexorably, towards the next chamber. The silent, resonant hum gently pulls you across the celestial nursery. You drift away from the heart of the garden, a slow, fond farewell to the sea of sleeping stars. As you move, the grand spectacle of the chamber contracts. The swirling clouds of cosmic dust and light shrinking behind you. The vibrant colors of the nebulae, the rose, the turquoise, the deep violet, all blend together, until the entire garden appears as a single, beautiful jewel of multifaceted light hanging in the darkness. You carry its essence with you, the feeling of creative potential, of timeless peace, is now a part of you, a warm, glowing ember in your core. The vibration guides you towards a section of the chamber wall that was previously unremarkable. As you approach, the deep blue crystal begins to ripple, as if it were a pool of dark water. The resonance becomes more focused here, the single note that fills the space now clearly emanating from the wall in front of you. A new portal forms, not an archway of light, but a perfect circular opening where the wall simply dissolves, creating a passage into a darkness that feels even more profound, more absolute than the space you are leaving. You do not pause at the threshold. The current of sound carries you forward, into the deep quiet, into the next and final stage of your rest. You pass through the rippling portal and enter a completely different environment. You are in a vast, silent space, but it is not empty. The walls here are made of a substance that looks like black, liquid crystal, flowing with an impossibly slow, viscous movement. And within this liquid darkness, abstract patterns of soft, colored light shift and drift like auroras trapped in obsidian. This is the Chamber of Echoes, the station's memory core. The patterns are not images, they are feelings, the emotional residue of cosmic events stored and preserved in their purest form. You float in the center of this immense living library of feeling. A slow-moving river of deep, melancholic blue drifts past you, and you feel, for a moment, the peaceful solitude of a rogue planet drifting through the intergalactic void. Then, a sudden, silent flare of brilliant gold light expands and fades on a distant wall, and you feel the serene, explosive joy of a star going supernova, not an act of destruction, but of ultimate, peaceful release and creation. These are not your feelings, yet you can perceive them without being overwhelmed. They are ancient echoes, their sharp edges worn smooth by eons, leaving only the purest essence of the emotion behind. You are an observer in a gallery of cosmic moods, a silent witness to the universe's long and quiet emotional history. The experience is deeply hypnotic, pulling you further from your own identity and closer to a universal consciousness. Your attention is drawn to a specific pattern, a slow, gentle pulsing of soft, silver-white light deep within one of the liquid walls. It calls to you with a feeling of profound patience, of deep, quiet stillness. You drift closer, your movement effortless, your curiosity gentle. As you approach, the light seems to expand to fill your vision, and you feel yourself sinking into the memory it holds. There are no images, no sounds, only a direct transmission of feeling. You feel the slow, deliberate process of a crystal forming deep within the heart of a moon, a process that takes 1,000,000 years. You feel the immense pressure, not as a weight, but as a secure, formative embrace. You feel the patient alignment of molecules, one by one, into a state of perfect geometric harmony. You feel the slow, cool darkness, the absolute silence, and the unwavering sense of purpose in this simple, beautiful act of creation. The feeling of 1,000,000 years of patient becoming washes through you, and in its wake, any trace of your own earthly impatience, your hurry, your sense of time as a commodity is utterly dissolved. You are left with a sense of immense geological calm. You understand in your very core that all things unfold in their own perfect time. You are one with the patience of stone, the slow certainty of the stars. You float, suspended in this feeling of deep time for what feels like a lifetime and a single peaceful breath. You pull back from the memory of the crystal, carrying its profound patience with you. You begin a slow, meandering journey through the chamber, a silent tourist in this museum of cosmic feeling. You drift past a swirling cloud of emerald green and feel the vibrant, interconnected consciousness of a planet-spanning forest, 1,000,000,000 lives breathing as one in a symphony of quiet growth. You glide through a thin, shimmering veil of pale violet and experience the feeling of gravity itself, the gentle, persistent, and loving pull that holds galaxies together in a slow, graceful dance. Each echo is a lesson in peace. You feel the expansive release of a gas cloud spreading into the void, a perfect letting go. You feel the focused, steady energy of a pulsar, not as a frantic spinning, but as a deeply centered, meditative rhythm. There is no fear here, no violence, no chaos. The universe, in its raw, emotional state, is revealed to you as a creature of immense and overwhelming tranquility. The station has curated these echoes, choosing only those that lead to a deeper state of rest. It is a symphony of stillness, a collection of lullabies sung by stars and planets and dust clouds. You absorb it all, letting each ancient feeling wash over you, cleanse you, and deepen the unshakable peace that has settled in your core. You are not just you anymore. You are a vessel holding the quietest moments of 1,000,000,000 years. As you float in this sea of ancient feelings, something new begins to happen. Your own memories, your own echoes begin to surface. They do not rise as sharp, specific images, but as gentle, abstract feelings, mirroring the cosmic echoes around you. The profound patience of the growing crystal reminds you of the feeling of a quiet afternoon with nothing to do, the sunlight warm on your skin. The interconnectedness of the planetary forest brings with it the feeling of a loving embrace, a sense of belonging and safety. The peaceful solitude of the rogue planet reminds you of a quiet, solitary walk at dusk, the world calm and your mind still. Your personal history is being rewritten, not in facts, but in feelings. The station is helping you find the cosmic resonance in your own small, precious life. It is showing you that the same peace that holds galaxies together has also held you in your quietest moments. The boundary between your own memories and the memories of the universe begins to blur. The feeling of sunlight on your face and the feeling of a star's first light become one and the same. The peace you felt in a quiet room becomes one with the peace of the deep void. You are not a small, separate being looking at the universe. You are the universe, looking at itself through the lens of your own experience. This integration is the final step, weaving the tranquility of this place into the very fabric of your being, ensuring it will return with you. The symphony of cosmic echoes begins to quiet. The vibrant, shifting patterns in the liquid crystal walls soften, their movements slowing to an almost imperceptible crawl. The myriad colors begin to fade, coalescing into a single, uniform hue of deep, gentle indigo. The chamber is preparing you for the final stage of your rest, a descent into pure, dreamless stillness. The deep, resonant hum that guided you here fades away, replaced by a slow, soft, rhythmic pulse of light that emanates from the walls. It is a simple, steady rhythm, like the heartbeat of a vast, sleeping creature. 1, 2, a slow pulse of soft light, followed by a long, peaceful darkness. Inhale with the light, exhale with the dark. Your entire being attunes to this simple, powerful cadence. It is the only thing in your awareness now. The memories, both cosmic and personal, have faded, leaving only the peace they brought. The wonders of the nebula garden have dissolved, leaving only the creative stillness they inspired. All the parts of your journey are being distilled down to this one simple truth: the rhythm of rest. You are floating in the very heartbeat of tranquility, a gentle cosmic lullaby that is slowly, carefully, lovingly rocking you into the deepest sleep you have ever known. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to see. There is only the soft pulse of light and the immense, perfect, and welcoming darkness in between. You are now floating in the perfect void, the dreamless center of the deepest sleep. The slow indigo pulse is the only landmark in this infinite space. It is the rhythm of your own deep rest made visible. With each pulse of soft light, your awareness gently expands, a silent ripple on an endless ocean. In the long, comfortable darkness that follows, your awareness settles, sinking into a state of absolute being. There is no thought, no feeling, no memory. There is only this rhythm. You have become the space between heartbeats, the silence between breaths. This is a state of profound reset, where the very foundation of your consciousness is allowed to rest and renew. The weight of existence has been lifted completely. You are not a body, not a mind, but a potential, held safely in the quiet, rhythmic heart of the station. This is the tranquility you have been seeking, a peace so complete it has no opposite. It is the stillness from which all things begin and to which all things return. You float in this gentle cadence, timeless and formless, letting the slow, steady pulse of the universe rock you into the very core of your being. Each wave of darkness is a deep embrace, a promise of perfect safety and release. There is nothing to do but be here, nothing to do but rest. After an immeasurable time in the pulsing heart of the station, a subtle shift begins. The rhythm does not stop, but it softens, the space between the pulses growing longer, quieter. The deep indigo begins to lighten, a soft silver glow seeping into the darkness. A new sensation arises, a gentle gathering. It is as if the particles of your awareness, scattered throughout the infinite void, are now being gently drawn back together. There is no force, no urgency, just a slow, gravitational pull toward a center that is you. You feel yourself coalescing, not into a solid form, but into a cohesive cloud of peaceful energy. The memories of the healing pools, the nebula garden, and the cosmic echoes are not returning as distinct thoughts, but are being woven into the very fabric of this new self. The patience of the crystal, the creativity of the nascent stars, the deep peace of the void, they are all now a part of your fundamental nature. You are not simply waking up, you are being reborn into a state of profound calm. The self that is reforming is a self that knows, in its very core, the deep and abiding peace of the cosmos. It is a self that has been washed clean in starlight and rested in the silence between worlds. The silver glow intensifies slightly, a gentle dawn breaking within you. A gentle, unseen current begins to guide you, pulling your newly gathered consciousness out of the chamber of pure rest. You drift back through the rippling portal, leaving the rhythmic darkness behind. You enter the chamber of echoes once more, but it is different now. The liquid crystal walls are still. The ancient feelings contained within them are quiet, like sleeping embers. You see them now not as wonders to be explored, but as old, familiar friends. You carry their peace within you. The current guides you onward, back through the crystalline corridor where sparks of light once danced. They are still now, resting in the walls, their journey complete, like yours. You emerge into the grand conservatory, the garden of sleeping stars. The miniature nebula continue their slow, silent dance, but your perspective has changed. Before, you were a visitor in awe. Now, you feel a sense of kinship. Their slow, creative energy is your own. You pass them by, a quiet farewell to these cradles of light, feeling their gentle, creative hum resonate with the stillness in your own heart. Your journey back is a tour of your own transformation, a quiet acknowledgement of the peace you have integrated. You are moving toward the world again, but you are bringing the silence of the cosmos with you. The current carries you into the first great chamber, the hall of the healing pools. The spheres of glowing water drift in their silent ballet, their colors soft and muted. They seem to acknowledge your passing, their light shimmering gently as you float by. You feel the memory of their embrace, the warmth of the purple pool, the cool clarity of the aquamarine, as a permanent part of your being. Your gaze is drawn one last time to the great window. The earth hangs there, a breathtaking jewel of blue and white. It no longer seems distant or separate. You see it now as an extension of this sanctuary, a place of immense sleeping beauty. You watch the sunrise over a curve of the planet, a silent, brilliant explosion of golden light. It is a promise, a welcome. Your journey here is ending, but the peace you have found is yours to keep. The Orbital Spa has given you its greatest gift, the memory of your own boundless, quiet nature. You drift toward the circular portal through which you first arrived. It shimmers, becoming permeable, ready to release you. You feel a profound sense of gratitude, a silent thank you to this living station, this keeper of the quiet. It pulses a final, soft wave of light throughout the chamber, a gentle, silent farewell. You drift through the portal, and the warm, golden beam of light envelops you once more. It feels like a familiar blanket, a safe transport back to your world. The station, with its glowing lights and gentle curves, recedes behind you, shrinking until it is just another star in the velvet darkness, its secret kept safe by the void. Your descent is slow, graceful, and silent. You pass through the upper atmosphere, and the hard black of space softens into a deep, pre-dawn indigo. The stars fade, one by one, replaced by the growing light of the approaching morning. You float down through the soft, purple clouds you ascended through, which now seem like a soft bed waiting to catch you. The sleeping world below grows larger. The constellations of city lights begin to resolve into individual streets and homes. The silence of space is gradually replaced by a deep, resonant hum, the collective, sleeping breath of the world. The beam of light holds you securely, keeping the chill of the morning air away, ensuring your transition is as peaceful as the rest you have found. You are returning, not to the world you left, but to a world you are seeing for the first time, through eyes that have witnessed the quiet heart of the cosmos. You are bringing the starlight down with you. The beam of light guides you gently back through your window. You feel a change in pressure, a change in atmosphere, as you re-enter the familiar space of your room. The journey is ending. You float slowly, horizontally, back towards your bed. The sensation of weightlessness begins to fade, replaced by a feeling of comforting, grounding gravity. You settle down into your bed with an impossible softness, a perfect landing. Your body feels heavy, but it is the heavy, relaxed weight of deep and profound rest, not the heavy burden of weariness. The golden light that filled your room recedes, pulling back out of the window and ascending into the sky, where it winks out like a fading star. Your room is now filled with the soft, gray light of early morning. You are back, but you are not the same. You carry the silence of the station in your heart. You carry the patience of the cosmos in your bones. The journey is over, but the peace remains. And as you drift now into the final, gentle waves of natural sleep, you know that a part of you will forever be floating in the quiet, healing darkness, watching the earth turn slowly below. Rest now. Rest completely, and carry this peace with you into your dreams and into your waking day.